What up, boxing world? JF Sports. Kenny Porter is now considering Danny Garcia as his son's Sean Porter next opponent. However, they actually tried to contact Keith one-time Thurman to get a fight with him, but Keith Thurman seemed to not be interested in fighting Sean Porter, for they didn't get any response at all. So, as you guys know, Keith Thurman's been wanting a big fight. He's been wanting the Mayweather fight, which is not going to get, obviously, at least for now. And Sean Porter is not a bad opponent for Keith Thurman. You know, like I said, Kenny Porter here said that, you know, we try to contact Keith Thurman, but there's no response, so obviously they're not interested. Maybe Keith Thurman wants a bigger opponent, pay-per-view sensation like, so I guess that's out of the question. Now, Kenny Porter, Sean's father, is interested also in fighting Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia, you guys remember, did a video before the Malignaggi fight, and he basically said that, you know, he's better than Sean Porter, you know, so that's what enticed Kenny Porter to wanna set up the fight between his son and Danny Garcia. So that's the next option for Sean Porter. Porter already fought Kell Brook, which he suffered his first loss, and like to me and a lot of boxing fans as well, Keith Thurman makes sense. You know what I mean? Makes sense. And obviously Keith Thurman will be in favor to win that fight. But now with Danny Garcia, that's a whole nother question, because if Danny Garcia keep, you know, saying all those things, and also his father Angel Garcia said all those things like he's better than Sean Porter, then you got to prove it. You know, you guys know Sean Porter is very humble. You know, Kenny, yeah, he could be vocal. You know, he could be sometimes. He has his moments, as we all know. But you know, to prove the fight, you know, for Danny Garcia that he's better than Sean Porter, then take the fight. You know, what else is really there out there for Danny Garcia? I mean, he just beat Malignaggi, his first audition, so to speak, to 147. It doesn't mean anything. You know, Malignaggi is freaking washed up. You know what I mean? He hasn't fought in nearly 2 years, and he got beat by Danny Garcia. He got schooled by Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia didn't knock him down, didn't knock him out, even though Malignaggi, as a lot of people say, washed up and hasn't fought in a long time. He's focusing his career as a sportscaster rather than a boxer. So, you know, it only makes sense to me that Danny Garcia would take this fight, you know, with the trash talk and all this stuff. Hey, you trash talk somebody, and now he's calling you out. What you gonna do? You know, it's embarrassing if you don't answer. But as far as Keith Thurman goes, I don't think he's interested, man. I think Keith Thurman is interested in bigger fights. Not necessarily like big fight, like interesting, explosive fight. I think he's interested more on the money, like how much he would make. You know what I mean? Now, if Keith Thurman fights Sean Porter, I mean, it's not going to be like, you know, big mega fight, pay-per-view sensation type. It ain't gonna be like that, but it's still gonna be decent payday. I mean, I would guess at least 7-figure for both fighters. But as far as Danny Garcia now, you know, hey, Sean Porter's calling you out. You know what I mean? Let's make the fight happen. I mean, who else is Danny Garcia gonna fight? Brandon Rios? I mean, what, a rematch with Malignaggi? I mean, he can't go, you know, from Malignaggi all the way to Kell Brook. You know, or from Danny Garcia, I mean, from Malignaggi all the way to Pacquiao, or to Mayweather. He gonna get beat, and that's no brainer. I mean, he hasn't been tested yet. Even though I got a lot of respect for Danny Garcia, because I've said before on my past video, I like Danny Garcia. I like his style. You know, he's cool, and he's an upcoming, you know, sensation. He's an undefeated fighter, and you know, he's exciting. I'm sure Peterson would disagree, but anyway, I think he should take the Sean Porter fight. You know what I mean? But like I said, Keith Thurman, man, I don't know if he's ducking him. I highly doubt that Keith Thurman is scared of Sean Porter. I mean, you know, well, the real question is this: is Keith Thurman not wanting to fight against Sean Porter? Because if he loses against Sean Porter, then he loses that O. He loses that O, then there goes his there goes his small chance of getting the fight with Mayweather or Pacquiao, right? That's what he's thinking. I mean, it's not necessarily true, but that's what he's thinking. Well, if I lose my O, then Mayweather got an alibi or another reason not to fight me if he does want to fight me, later on. So that's the only thing I can think of. That's why Thurman is not answering. I mean, silence means no. So if you don't answer, obviously you don't want the fight. You know what I mean? But I would just, answer it and say, hey, Porter, you ain't good enough right now, bro. You got Kell book problems or some crap like that. You know what I mean? But forget Keith Thurman. I don't think he wants that fight. I think he wants a bigger payday fight. So Porter, like I said, he's only lost once. He's a good fighter. He fought his first fight at MGM Grand against what's his face, Adrian Broner, which he beat. And he's upcoming, but he's not necessarily pay-per-view sensation yet. But like I said, it's crazy, man. We got a lot of, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with boxing nowadays. We got a lot of good, solid fighters that most people or most boxing fans would think that they would just go through some of his opponents, but they duck them. I don't know why they duck them. This is the perception now of boxing, where undefeated, solid fighters are ducking opponents. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You want to fight somebody that's pay-per-view sensation. You want the big money, but then when it happens, it happens. You can't just rely on that. Same thing with Amir Khan. He's been wanting Mayweather fight, been wanting the Manny Pacquiao fight, but it's not set in stone. Those guys are up top of your level. They're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I've been invited to fight, Amir Khan or Keith Thurman called me out, so I Mayweather or I Pacquiao just gonna jump on it. You know what I'm saying? Just agree to the fight. It doesn't work that way. So like I said before, with these young upcoming fighters, even though you're undefeated, but you're not necessarily pay-per-view sensation yet, you want to be there, you just got to fight. Who's put in front of you. If somebody calls you out, go fight them. Hell, if it's an easy fight, then there you go. Another freaking win added to your resume and makes you better, right? Hell, everybody's cherry picking nowadays, and I don't understand it. But I guess Sean Porter's not getting that Keith Thurman fight. Now they're calling out Danny Garcia, and see, we're still waiting on what Danny Garcia and his father says, whether they'll take this fight against Sean Porter or not, because they're the one that started it, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter. I don't mind that at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not a very big step up from Paulie Malignaggi, and also, they can't knock him for that. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia can't be knocked for fighting Sean Porter, and vice versa. Sean Porter can be knocked for fighting Danny Garcia. It should be a good fight, but we're awaiting response from the Garcia team. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who's ducking who. I don't know who's not wanting who, but maybe you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment. And let me know what you think of Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter, or why is it that Keith Thurman is not answering or wanting to fight against Sean Porter? Or do you think Danny Garcia would take that fight? Or if he does, do you think Angel Garcia would approve to get that fight? Because Sean Porter is not just another fighter. He's a threat, as we all know. And contrary to popular belief, he lost to Kell Brook, but Sean Porter is a solid competitor. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that against Broner, even though Broner has like some kind of freaking bad luck moving out of 140. Every time he fights, past 140, he just gets beat. But Sean Porter, his kid is good, man. He just want to fight. That's all I really know, and that's all I really want to see. Somebody that's willing to fight. Let me, put somebody in front of me, I'll fight him. And that's what it seems like Sean Porter's attitude is. But Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, like I said, I don't know, man. You guys gotta let me know. If you guys know something, who's ducking who, or why somebody's not fighting somebody, like I said, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching JF Sports.